I would recommend that if you hear a verse from Proverbs that speaks to you, just write down the address. You can look it up later. I will try to make my presentation available also. But let's start quickly. Encourage cross-examination. If a persuasive person monopolizes a meeting, many participants will become quiet and agreeable, but they'll harbor a silent resistance. Proverbs 18:17, the first to state his case seems right until another comes and cross-examines him. Okay, that's 18:17. Number 2, several throughout Proverbs, is control your temper. A little hard to read. Let me read them to you. A gentle answer turns away anger, but a harsh word stirs up wrath. That's 15:1. 15:18, a hot-tempered man stirs up conflict, but a man slow to anger calms strife. 16:32, patience is better than power, and controlling one's temper than capturing a city. 17:27, the intelligent person restrains his words, and one who keeps a cool head is a man of understanding. And 29:11, a fool gives full vent to his anger, but a wise man holds it in check. Number 3, don't protect someone from the consequences of his or her anger. And this is Proverbs 19:19, a person with great anger bears the penalty. If you rescue him, you'll have to do it again. Number 4, cut off arguments before they escalate. Proverbs 17:14, to start a conflict is to release a flood. Stop the dispute before it breaks out. And then 21:23, number 5 is weigh your words. The one who guards his mouth and tongue keeps himself out of trouble. Related to that, number 6 is hold your words as long as you can. 29:20 says, do you see a man who speaks too soon? There is more hope for a fool than for him. Number 7, you've got to disassociate from chronically angry people. Chapter 22, 24 and 25 says, don't make friends with an angry man, and don't be a companion of a hot-tempered man, or you will learn his ways and entangle yourself in a snare. That's 22 verses 24 and 25. Number 8, keep a vigilant watch for jealousy. You remember the word from the list. It's one of the most powerful emotions we humans contend with. It stays under the surface, but it has a more far-reaching effect on us even than anger. Proverbs 27:4, fury is cruel and anger is a flood, but who can withstand jealousy? Envy often metastasizes into anger or bitterness. Number 9, don't let people talk long in meetings, or as we like to say now, at conferences. Long-windedness is often plagued in meetings with manipulation, argumentation, pride, dishonesty, and other problems. A lot of times listeners will resent you if they don't have a chance to ask questions or respond to what you're saying. Proverbs 10:19 says, when words are many, sin is not absent, but he who holds his tongue is wise. Finally, number 10, be quiet to appear wise. This is another strategy of why you should hold your words and weigh your words and not talk much, because no matter what you have to say, if you're quiet, you look smart. Proverbs 12:23, a shrewd person conceals knowledge, but a foolish heart publicizes stupidity. 17:28 says, even a fool is considered wise when he keeps silent, discerning when he seals his lips. A lot of concepts there, but those are the top 10 that I found in Proverbs. There is so much gold, and then there are Proverbs hills to use in your leadership in the church. And I would recommend you take your leaders through this. If you have conflict issues and you want to head them off at the pass. Now, most of us are familiar with the love chapter of the Bible, 1 Corinthians 13, where Paul defines true love. He says, love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy, love is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. If we sense a conflict coming, and we will, there are more on the way, believe me, we remember to love in these ways from 1 Corinthians 13, God promises to help keep us patient through his Spirit, to help keep us kind and not envious and calm and not vindictive. So I leave you with one more thought that covers over everything I've said today, which has been echoed, and I hope you will take this away as one of the major, if not the major, concept from the conference. And the reason I say that is because I'm now the 7th or 8th person or more to say it. But if we simply loved more deeply and more often the people of the church, what would happen to the conflict in our churches? So love coupled with wisdom and walking in the Spirit can, and I believe will, recreate your church's culture from the inside out and cut conflict off at the pass.